Welcome to the finale of Wario Land.
Right. So we're not going to
Really, that's
see
all.
what?
That just you. Every single time I do this, it just is all like, okay, is he going to respond quickly or not? And you never do.
How am I supposed to? Oh, this is cool.
Yes, it begins immediately with you touching the frog statue. So,
Oh, that's cool. I didn't. I was just thinking about the whole Legends of the Hidden Temple, Indiana Jones type dealy.
well, technically, this is a time limit, so it counts. The thing is, though, is that first room is devious because the chandeliers drop, and then if you hit them, it turns into Fire Wario. Now, Fire Wario will constantly run forward, and just there are gaps there. Now, the thing is that one time I got hit and turned into Fire Wario, and I somehow did amazing jumps that got over like literally every gap except like the last one, and I was so mad.
Hmm.
But the thing is, I cut that run because doing all of that and then having to rush back to the beginning was a huge waste of the time, and I wasn't sure with how hard mode was. I wasn't sure if I should even bother risking it, even though the bubbles keep catching me, because I didn't expect it to swing around that much.
Yeah, I was wondering, are you doing this on purpose? Just constantly going in the bubbles?
Well, the thing is that the bubbles ignore the currents, so sometimes I do it on
Yeah,
purpose.
I meant
But those
afterwards.
last, yeah, just like I wasn't doing that. I just underestimated how much it swung around to the left.
Uh,
Either way, um,
Making a Mario Maker mod?
wait, hold on. Yeah, just start again. Sorry. Okay, so what was that about Mario Maker?
Making a Mario Maker mod? Well, okay. I guess you could call it a mod, but basically I'm just replacing the tile sets. So it's like people, hey, let's put Super Mario Odyssey or Super Mario Land 2 or something into Mario Maker, and so they replace the tiles and the enemies. I only have a 3DS, and so I only know how to replace the tiles. So I'm doing that. Someone basically made a someone made American Terraria thing for the Wii U, and I extracted the tiles, and I'm currently making it for the 3DS. But they only made surface and underground, so I'm using the tiles and some editing of my own to make Sky Island stuff and the jungle and the underground jungle, and then I can play Terraria when I'm not playing Terraria.
Only you would manage to get into modding just so you could play Terraria when you're not playing
Well,
Terraria.
no, the first major thing I did was making a whole set of Super Mario Odyssey stuff for the 3DS Mario Maker because I wanted to play Super Mario Odyssey stuff. And so this Terraria thing is like fourth or third, I don't know. At random snowball, very egregious.
Yes, well,
But yeah,
I I think it makes sense to that because is there a hidden block here? No. Okay. Wow. I thought that's what that was there for. I guess it's over to the right. I wonder what that ramp is even there for to begin with.
I mean,
But yeah, we were already. Why did they put two? I guess. Oh, I get it. In case you're hit with it when you inevitably have to run back. Um, but then you can just take the water. It's weird. But we're halfway done, I guess, because well, yeah, because of the whole time thing. Is this the part? No, this is the part with the vampire. Now the thing is that, of course, this is a textbook case of using practically everything you've learned. Um, type of final area, because this is the only. This is the final level. It's not a set of levels where this is like a golden thing. This is just the golden passage, and then after this is the final boss.
which makes me wonder why the part is so long. I guess there's probably a lot of end credits.
Well, yeah, and then there's story stuff, sort of. So, question then: with all this Wario Land stuff, would you actually are you interested in playing this type of puzzle platformer game?
Probably, but probably not jumping into hard mode. But it does look nice.
Well, I mean,
I mean,
okay,
I'm
not
a
not
platformer
just.
kid. I'm a puzzle platformer kid, or a what would you call Mario? Traditional platformer. I like traditional platformers and I like puzzle platformers. So I'm likely to play this. I just don't like action platformers because I'm not good at them.
Wait, I thought you just didn't like them because you didn't like the style.
Also because I don't really like the style. But I mean, I like Mighty Gunvolt Burst. It's not that I'd like to play ones that I can play, but I just can't play them. Like, is Sonic an action platformer?
Yeah, yeah, it
Nah, I'd
is.
probably call it more traditional. Maybe the modern ones would
Really?
because there aren't really puzzles, but it's not really that action. You're not really shooting, you're not really attacking people. You're really just jumping.
I I
Maybe
guess.
the later ones, but the classic series I wouldn't call them action platformers.
I guess you have a point. Um, what else was there's something that I specifically tried to remember. Oh, oh yeah, that was about the final boss. So which we're almost there, and we managed to get down in 16 seconds left.
Mm-hmm.
Luckily for me, the final boss actually, well, I won't say went swimmingly, but I did something that would help, and it's not considered cheating. But what happens that with all the minigame tokens that I've um, gathered, I did some research, and it turns out that the items that you can purchase from the item shop do different damage to each boss. Like there's a general thing where there's different tiers of the items, like do different amounts of damage generally, but some bosses have weaknesses. Like if you use something that uses fire against Cractus, it does more damage. And so I researched which one does the most damage against the Golden Diva, which is our final boss. Luckily, all the big damage things all cost 15.
And I'm assuming you have more than that.
Well, yeah, because I just bought it.
Yeah, I mean, okay, I was expecting you to say, yeah, I'm rich, or something. Oh, wow, that's a lot of
Well,
treasure
minigame
in the
tokens
background.
well, that's all we've collected from the 4 bosses. It's time to face the Golden Diva herself. But first, while we're pumping up, we'll just have my little friend over here. And that'll just shave off a whole bunch of health. Of course, it turns out that the friend is actually the cat,
What cat?
which is kind of sort of obvious. The cat that was at the beginning of the adventure, the one we almost ran over, but then followed us into the pyramid and always goes into the item box
So
shop.
that wasn't Game and Watch.
No, it wasn't Game and
That's a
Watch,
shame.
but she absorbs it after it got attacked futilely. Of course, these things are. Imagine what Wario must be feeling right now.
So hold up, what if
It's
you
sort
don't
of
use that item? Will it still absorb the cat?
yes, that's a story thing.
Hmm.
Of course, I'm trying to remember what's going on, but then I remembered. Oh yeah, you can stun enemies by jumping on them. Thing is, if you approach it any different way, it will take over your face and then throw you in the air just to waste your time. Which in a normal boss is just more annoying than anything, but here there's an auto time limit on every boss, so you know.
Yes.
Of course, the thing is about the Golden Diva is that she sends down different types of items and such that you can all use for different types of attacks. Even though some of them are obtuse, like this one. I only know of this one. Nobody figures this one out normally, because you think you're gonna hit them with the hammer, obviously, but it turns out what you need to do is throw the hammer up so that it hits yourself and you turn into Spring Wario, and then you spring up to
I guess technically,
that.
like you turn into Spring Warrior with a hammer, so
Yeah, but nobody ever figures that out. Like,
did you
it's
figure it
it's.
out accidentally?
Here's the thing. Barely anybody would ever figure this out accidentally. I said I looked it up. Because every time with that hammer, just like, it was like, what do you do with it? So, yeah. But the different stuff allows you to hit her in different ways. And I have no idea why I'm adamant just to show off the Spring Wario thing, when there are other ways. Especially since the whole dodging issue. But behold her true face. Now, she's gonna turn the place into spikes afterwards, so you kind of need to be
Quick.
diligent. Well, yes, but more so that I think you can lure her back on the spikes. I'm not completely sure. I don't think I have ever done it, but this entire place is going to be filled with spikes if you're not careful. And it does come close, because if you hit her just under, she will bounce herself up, so you need enough enough space to actually hit her. So you need to plan that out. But then after that, she turns into lips for some reason, and then you beat her up. I think what her backstory is that she was an opera singer from way back when, but her time and greed turned her into a monster.
Straightforward.
Yeah, I don't think that, like, she possesses the pyramid and everything, but don't think there's actually that much information on her. But yes, just like in every other thing possible. No, why did I say that like that? Just like in every other cliche thing, as soon as you beat the boss, the place starts collapsing.
Yeah, well,
Which honestly makes me wonder about those other dimensions then. Are they fine because they're other dimensions, or are they collapsing?
I'd say they're fine.
It's weird for you to be an optimist and... Jerk! Okay, I mean, I guess we've been throwing the scientist guy around this entire time, so it is fair. Luckily, Wario is also super buff and able to carry all of the treasure just all at once with enough time before the entire thing kills him.
He's ripped.
Well, part of his frame is muscle. He just happens to have a really portly belly.
It's a good way to hide the strength.
Yes, but now since I've gotten all 12 treasures, I get the best ending.
Which,
Which were well, the four main treasures of the Golden Diva reveal that the cat was actually a cursed princess named Shakora.
Okay.
Really? Nothing about that?
It's cool. What emotion am I supposed to be feeling right now?
I don't know, man. Something other than, I guess that's a thing. Anyways, she's been a spirit for a long time, so she's kind of dead. So Heaven's like, hey, we kind of need you up here right now. Alright, cool.
But I thought they were going to reveal she's an alien princess, which would have really given me a reaction.
Ugh, you. But yeah, you see, about that is basically... There's different endings. That's supposed to be, I think, the one that we just saw, is her true form. But if you manage to lose some of the treasure chests, she goes into different forms. If you manage to get most treasure chests, then she gets a teenage form, where she kisses Wario all the same, and he still enjoys it, but it's more like it's less something you enjoy, more like, oh, your little cousin's kissing you kind of thing. It's a teenager to like a guy in his 20s, so
Mm-hmm.
But if you miss I think, half of the treasures. Then she transforms into a form that's close to the person who saved her. And that is Wario. So she's just looks like Wario with lipstick and makeup. And Wario shows an incredibly displeased face. If you get 3 or less treasures, she turns into a toddler and kisses Wario, and again, he's not pleased about it.
So, okay, I was thinking of the logistics of a 3-year-old. Just, how the 3-year-old be able to interact with you in the shop?
Wait, what?
Isn't the thing a cat?
Yes.
So how would the cat that's actually a 3-year-old person do anything? It's just that.
No, that's not actually a 3-year-old person. She just gets transformed into a toddler if you don't get all the stuff back. Her true form is the woman that I just showed.
Oh, okay. Well, that seems like a better ending then, because she lives and gets to relive another life.
No, she still goes to heaven in each form.
Oh. Okay. Well,
yes.
In that case, none of the endings are any different, because she's going to heaven with her full sentience and knowledge, no matter how well you do. What's the matter with her ages? She's going to heaven, who cares?
Well, it's for Wario to get his satisfaction.
And he got a bunch of Game Boy Advances, which is the best treasure.
Yes, so according to this, Princess Shakora was a princess of a king who ruled over a country. She rested peacefully within the Golden Pyramid until it got occupied by the Golden Diva, who placed a curse on her. And that's how she got transformed into a cat, even though she still had a human mind.
So in the normal ending, Wario is just driving in a sports car, and that's the image you always see on the internet.
Well, no, because the thing is that here's the thing. I think he has different vehicles depending on how many treasures you get. I think that's how it is. So here he has just like a huge Wario truck to carry all of them.
When did that happen?
I don't know if he just... Oh, and apparently Wario got all the babes at one point during this adventure.
Exactly.
If that flashback... Mona's not going to be happy about that. Unless that is Mona.
No, because Wario Land takes place in the past.
Did we have that little theory discussion about that? I feel like we did.
Yeah, but it wasn't anything serious.
Well, of course not, but, But, of course, with Wario, it's just like, okay, I'm rich now. It's time to go on another adventure. But a different type of adventure.
So, is this a preview for WarioWare 5 that never happened?
No. Nope, because now, instead of going on an adventure for money, this is a few days later, so he still has all his money, so now he's spending it lavishly. Of course, with the cat there, it's kind of like the black cat. It would be hilarious if he got into the steakhouse, and it just became some convoluted adventure where that white cat now turns out to be the previous owner of the steakhouse when the current owner was corrupted by black magic or something.
Right. So, okay, I have nothing else to say. It was good.
Wow, man, you're gonna end a finale of Wario Land as it was good. Just a little bit. Try say something else.
Okay. It was so exciting.
Oh, here we go. Okay, could you say something else that's...
crashed and bashed, the temple went smash, and he went splash.
I don't even want to continue after hearing that.